Somebody asked me after one of my last videos, well, which military branch is the best for me with what I want to do, my goals in life, and all that. I'll tell you some things about each branch and kind of how I figure, you know, um, everything separates. But ultimately, when you join the military, man, it's got to be your choice. A smart person's going to do their research, go talk to recruiters from every branch, things like that, and really figure out what they want to do before they sign a contract, man. But I'll give you some of my knowledge, man. So I think if you're somebody who you don't necessarily want to be a warfighter, I think Air Force and Space Force are good branches. If you're somebody who I would say is more on the intelligence side and you want to do things more intelligence related, and that's not to say the Air Force doesn't fight, man. I mean, Space Force has never been involved in a major war, but Air Force still has their special operations, their TAC-Ps, their combat weathermen, their PJs. You have your pilots, of course. That the pilots, obviously, that's what they do. They cover the sky and they fight battles in the sky. But let's be honest, if you're somebody, there's all kinds of different jobs in the Air Force and the Space Force. And if you're a person that wants to join the military, but you don't have an interest so much in fighting a war, and you want to do something more intelligence based, I think the Air Force and Space Force is probably a good one to look at. If you're somebody who, you want to travel the world and go all over the place, as far as I know, man, the Navy is going to pretty much handle that aspect. Now there's different things in the Navy. They have their special operations too. Everybody's got their special operations. Their combat groups and all that. But it depends from what I've heard if you end up with land duty or sea duty. But if you end up with sea duty, which means that you're on a ship, I think from what I've been told, the ships are going to go out about every 6 months, So you're going to travel, man. You're going to go across the world and see all kinds of different places. And I think more sailors than anybody else I know in the military have probably seen more countries and more places. The Navy is also historically the hardest branch to be in with a family, though, because of all the traveling. That's something to notate. If you're a person who, you want to fight, man, like that's what you want to do. You want to go fight, be a warrior. The Marine Corps. That's really what the Marine Corps is built to do. They are the Navy's infantry. They have a great special forces with their, MARSOC guys. They also have their long-range reconnaissance and their, Marine recon, I think I was told they got rid of tankers, and I think their sniper program ended, their scout sniper program. But pretty much what the Marines do is fight, man. That's what they do. And you're also probably going to travel a lot. They are under the Navy, so anywhere the Navy goes, they typically have Marines with them. But if you're looking for a skill set, and this is not anything against the Marine Corps, it's just that's not really the place for you if you're looking for an outside skill set that doesn't have to do so much with combat or fighting. They don't have their own medics. It's provided by the Navy. Most of their transportation and things like that are provided by the Navy. They have a lot of different things that are not provided by their branch, like a lot of other branches of the military, because their primary job is to be a fighting force. So that's one thing to know about them. As far as I would say kind of all around options for having the best pick of jobs and schools and things like that, and basically getting to really corner the market on doing what you want to do and having a chance to be the most open to different types of schools and pathways and things like that, as well as raising rank really fast. The Army's so big, they have so many spots to fill they literally cover down on everything. They've got about everything available, and it's a lot easier to move up in rank because they are such a large force. They need leaders faster. They tend to do longer deployments than a lot of other branches too, though, and that's something to know. And then, of course, if you're looking for a multifaceted of options on like special forces and things like that, you know, the Army has a lot. I think they may actually have the most out of all the military. Now, if you're looking for something where you want to be like in the military, but maybe not so much focus on like the overseas type of aspect of the military and overseas operations, maybe do something that's like working in a really serious medical field and environment, or, you know, law enforcement. The Coast Guard is where it's at. Now, the Coast Guard can go overseas, and they do. I've seen them over there, but their primary focus is, of course, the coast of the United States. They have, you know, the rescue swimmer program, rescue people in hurricane waters and stuff. They've got a lot of big, like, love on their medical program and things like that. Search and rescue. And then on the law enforcement side, you know, they actually work with the federal government on law enforcement with catching like drug runners and smugglers on the ocean and all kinds of stuff like that. So they're pretty badass. And a lot of the like really cool type of jobs that the other branches have, you know, the Coast Guard has them too. Snipers, you know, specialized like teams to board ships, like all kinds of crazy stuff. So, but that's my short summary and opinion. Like I said, the best thing you can do for yourself is really go and meet with every branch individually, talk to recruiters, and kind of feel out what's best for you. But if this video helps anybody, man, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell notification, and good luck to you, man. I'm rooting for you.